So we know now some of the core functionality of Figma and how we can use components to make us speedy designers. But the most powerful thing is yet to come. We actually don't have to design anything. Instead, we can rely on community assets and published files that other people created to pick and choose from the elements that will help us to get our ideas from concept onto a page. We can do this using Figma asset libraries, and we can find them on Figma's website. Let's browse to figma.com/resource/assets, and we see a whole bunch of opportunities to download other people's asset kits. There are literally hundreds of possibilities for you to choose from, but for me, I like the wireframe component library for the stage of design that we're implementing. This is a low-fidelity wireframing kit that gives us all of the components we need without all of the detail and beauty that's going to come with later stage design. Using this is as simple as clicking and opening the kit in Figma. This copies the wireframe library kit into your Figma environment and gives you the ability to do one of two things. First, if you have a budget, you can publish this style and component to your team. This requires a premium account within Figma, but is a very powerful feature to allow you to link this to all of your projects and have a single source of truth across different design files. But if you don't have that budget, like at a startup or a freelance agency, you can follow a little hack. You can go ahead and find your UI Elements page on the left, and this contains all of the assets that we can be using to design. Usually these libraries are broken up neatly into various frames representing different concepts. Navigation and container gives us things like menu bars and nice little cards. Take a minute and see what kinds of assets are included in your libraries. For me, I know I'm going to use things like buttons and the image layout a lot. Instead of publishing to our Figma account, I'm going to do a simple Control-All or Command-All and Command-C to copy everything on this page. I'm then going to go back into my Figma project for our UXND project. I'm going to create a new page called UI Kit, and I'm simply going to paste all of those elements in line into this UI kit. Now, this copies everything in Figma, from the information along with all of the master components that we can now use throughout our project. To find specific components that we're interested in, we can use the Assets tab within Figma. We can see the components we've been creating at the top. This is grouped by our page. In our case, we never renamed the default, so it's just page 1. But we pasted all of our new elements into UI Kit. This UI Kit is now broken up into different frames, each frame here representing a different concept. If we're looking for a button, we can go ahead and drop down buttons and see all of our button components, using it as simple as clicking and dragging an element onto the page. This works across different pages. So if we create a new page called Prototype and go to our Assets tab, we still have access to all of our UI Kit elements. Finally, the search bar at the top of this screen gives us the ability to quickly find elements like a search field, which we can click and drag onto the page for rapid prototyping. This allows us to quickly build dynamic forms and include things like graphics without needing to spend time thinking about what this element should look like and making sure that all things like our layouts and components are properly formatted. You can import icons as easily as you do components within Figma's website. From the Assets page, searching for icons yields a tremendous number of results that we can import directly to our project. I like Material Icon Rounded. This is based on Google's material design. And I can open this icon set in Figma and copy and paste these resources into my main project in a new page as we've done before. I'm going to call this page Icons and paste in all of the iconography that I can now access across my project. While you're importing different assets, keep your project organized and be inspired by how these libraries are organizing their components and follow a similar design with your custom components. You'll want to be able to find and reference specific elements quickly as you're designing, and keeping your project neat and organized will allow you to do so.